Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at the Open Range 2 from Laser Ammo Smokeless Range. So this particular simulator is an open range with a built-in editor, so it allows you to actually create your own courses. And what we're going to do is just have a quick walkthrough on the UI, and then in another video we'll cover obviously the in-depth process of obviously creating your own course. You can obviously create your own assets image-wise, and also audio, sound effects, and obviously use those in the editor. But anyway, in this video we'll take a look at the UI. So this is the Open Range Start UI. Now I think this is different from the original Open Range, which is obviously it's been out for a while. I haven't actually seen that UI, but this one obviously looks a little bit better in terms of obviously the layout. It's a lot nicer. I have actually seen the Open Range on a YouTube video, so I've never actually owned it, but I've seen some examples of other people using it. But they look like they've revamped the UI. They've kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Made it a little bit more sort of like a user-friendly, and this is what you get. So essentially in the top left here you have a filter list, so you can obviously have a list of, or a category of courses, and you can create your own as well, which we'll show in another video. So obviously you can see all courses, which is what you have now, or we can go into stock courses, and also these are the built-in courses, by the way. You also have this army set of courses, and there's only 3 of those available. So yeah, you can go to configure that, so that makes it a little bit easier to sort of navigate, and obviously as you build up your own custom courses you can have obviously that category. Then you have the ability to sort things, so you can sort by course name A to Z, user favorites, and also most used popular. So as you use each course fire, then you can obviously see that list, and these two basically mean that those actually are recorded on the first page. So if I was to so just go to the next page, you can see I've got a favourite here. So if I flag another one, these two, and then we go to user favourites, we're on page 2, but if we go back to start page, you can see that they appear at the top here. So that's quite handy. You can obviously set your favourites and they always appear without having to page through many pages to find the actual one that you want. So it's a useful feature. Most obviously used and popular, pretty obvious there. So as you sort of like use them, they'll appear in this list order again on page 1. So obviously the most commonly used ones, or most popularly used ones, will appear in this list. Then we have the settings. So in here you have various ways of configuring the Open Range. So you can have a start tone delay, and you can obviously modify that time-wise in seconds. You get a get ready timer, likewise in seconds. You can opt for a magazine reload. You can obviously factor that into your course of fire when you do a particular course or drill. Show the after action report. So again, you can choose to show obviously stage, course. There are your 2 options there, so you can obviously see it on the physical stage by stage or at the end of the course. Shot marker display. So that one again, depending on your preferences, you can show shot markers. So obviously as you're doing the shooting drill, you can obviously get a hit marker to show obviously where your shot was. Now if you have it in quick mode, it will appear and then disappear. You also can have so it basically will remain on screen, but you can also then disable it. Now depending on your preference, I prefer to disable it. I don't like the distraction of seeing where my shot was, so I literally use disabled most of the time, but for this kind of demo purpose we'll leave that on. Shot marker size, again you can toggle this, so you can see as I increase it, you'll see that these hit zone and miss target color markers change in size. So you can obviously choose the one that suits you best. And again, as I mentioned, you've got the option to be able to see a hit marker, a miss zone color marker, and obviously a miss target color. So you can obviously flick through these and set your preference on what you prefer those markers to look like. And then final one is we've got check for updates, which is just a general sort of software update check, which happens as part of the process of launching the simulator anyway, but you can manually trigger that here. Okay, so then going onto the right hand side, you have your pages. So you've got your actual courses here laid out nice and cleanly, and again you have the title, a description, and what I would hope to see here, but obviously I don't know if that's coming soon or they're going to modify this, but it'd be nice if you had a little preview here of the actual physical range, just like the backdrop and like a static sort of image. It just shows you what that range will look like, because at the moment you won't typically know what it's like until you open them, and obviously as you use them over time you'll appreciate what they are. But I thought it'd be quite nice here to have like a little sort of preview window or preview sort of image, if you like, for what this particular range looks like. But having said that, that may be something that comes in the future. And again, you've got the option to go next to navigate through these, and obviously you can go back in that. I mean, this is the one that I've got currently selected, so it's not the blue actually marker is just obviously if you've got it selected. So as you see, if I navigate around and back again, it remembers the one you have selected. And again, because I've got most popular here, if I go back to course name, you'll see that obviously they're ordered now. So if I go back to page 1, you'll be in alphabetical order there, A to Z. So that's quite neat and usually pretty clean in terms of the UI. So I think what we do then is obviously we'll do a couple of courses of the desert test one and see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to take a look now at one of the courses, which is the desert test course, which I have highlighted here. So we're going to run this course twice and obviously see how we get on. So first of all, you're presented with the instructions on this particular stage, and obviously you've got the sheet to start. So here we have our countdown. Okay, so now we have to wait for the after action report. Okay, so as you can see here, you get the actual places of the hit markers on the right hand side showing each target, and also to the left you've got the ability to be able to navigate or click on each of those targets to see where that shot was placed. So it's kind of pretty good for an after action report. Obviously provides quite a lot of useful information. Okay, let's repeat that one and run that course again. Okay, pretty good that time, so wait again for the after action report. Okay, so that we've got one miss there, but yeah, pretty good. So quite obviously good to be able to sort of see that kind of level of detail on each shot. So what we'll do in another video is we'll take a look at the Open Range 2 in more detail regarding the editor and obviously the media manager to be able to create our own courses. So I'll put a card up in the top right hand corner here to that video, but obviously once we get that uploaded we can obviously show a course being created from scratch. Anyway, thanks for watching.